All right, good morning. This is Sunday Anani. I want to quickly share with you how I was able to write my new book. Yes, I know some of you want to write books. Some of you knows the thoughts, but when you wait here and there, you drop it. But I want to share with you how I was able to do this is my second book in, I say 2 years. Yeah, in less than 2 years. I published one in 2020, and this is 2022. Again, it's less than 2 years. So I was able to write the second book. I'll be releasing soon. So first of all, it's not easy, I would say, but it is easy when you really put your mind to it. Truth is that nothing is really easy, but if you really want to do it, then you have to put your mind to it. So in I think some months ago, not really 20 whatever, I think it was early this year or late 2021, I was invited to teach in a platform on courtship. The topic was on sustaining a godly courtship. So I prepared the material, and then I presented. I did my presentation. But before then, my father in the Lord, as Pastor BC, he had already told me immediately. I presented my Married My Work to him, that my book, my Married My Work. The moment I presented it to him, he told me to start writing the second book immediately. While I was still feeling like, wow, a new book is out, he already told me to start another one immediately. So what kind of challenge was that? So I had it in mind. Then when I did that presentation in that group, I had the material. I prepared a material about 5 to 6 pages, I think, in Microsoft Word. So I had that in my laptop, just sitting there. So I kept that charge that Pastor Bisi gave me kept coming back to my mind. Write your next book. So sometime this year, I decided that I think I need to do this, because he kept saying it, and he keeps releasing books. If you say you have a mentor, he must really be inspiring you. Pastor Bisi kept releasing books, and his mentee, I was there. I was still gluing on one book. So I then took up the challenge. I went to my laptop. I brought out that manuscript, that presentation I did in that group. I looked at it. I said, okay, about 4 to 5 pages or 6, thereabout. Then I said, okay, this is something I can build on, right? So, and the topic was on courtship. Good enough. I started talking to a lot of singles who also ask a lot of questions about relationship. Some of them are in courtship. They really do not know what to talk about, and then they needed guidance. They even still need guidance till now. So I felt, okay, why not take this material and develop it into something really, really robust, such that when singles get this book, they will not only know what to talk about in courtship, but they will really know what courtship is for, why they are in courtship, what they should do in courtship, what they shouldn't do in courtship, what they should look forward to in marriage after the stage of courtship, and a whole lot of other things. So I started the job. I took the manuscript, and then I started looking at what other thing I could add to it. Then I started developing it chapter to chapter. I opened up new as ideas were coming to me at different points in time. So as ideas came, I would be noting them. I was noting them down, and most of the time, wherever I was, I could note ideas, even while at work, in the church, in transit, wherever. I would just open a WhatsApp group, and drop ideas there. It's also good to use something more durable, something more dependable. Maybe you can use online apps, like you can use Google Drive to warehouse your ideas. You can use Evernote. You can use any platform you feel is safe for you. Drop your ideas there and go back to them to develop them. So that's what I started doing. So ideas were coming, chapters were coming to my mind, and then I kept dropping them there. And then I started writing. I wrote anytime. Most of the time I wrote in the mornings. So before going to work, I would write some chapters. I write some part of the book. That's in the morning. I would write. I also wrote a lot in the night when everyone had gone to bed, and I had some time to myself. I could write as well. So I wrote also while men had gone to sleep. So mornings and nights were times I really took advantage of to write this book. In addition to that, I also wrote in transit. I remember that about 3 weeks ago, I was traveling to the village, and while on the way to the village, I wrote a whole chapter, a full chapter. Yes, a very detailed chapter. In fact, that's one of the most detailed chapters in the book. You don't want to miss it. And I talked about the discussions you must have in courtship in that chapter. So, discussions you must have in courtship. That's the title of that. You should have in courtship. That's the title of that chapter. So, I wrote that chapter when I was going to the village. So, you can also see in transit, wherever I had time with my phone, I could write, develop the idea and just drop it in that WhatsApp group. Then from there, in fact, when I was also coming back from the village, it was also a long journey. I wrote another chapter, though I didn't complete that second chapter. But when I got home, I fine-tuned it and I finished it up. So, how should you write? Write anyhow. I do tell my writing students, even my highest students, some of them will say, I don't know what to write. I say, write anyhow. When you want to start to write a thing, you don't need to think too much about how the structure should be. Just start. That is the problem most people have. They don't just want to start. They want to have a perfect start. No, it doesn't work that way for everybody. Some people are, perfectionists from the start. But for you, you need to understand yourself. So I didn't bother about whether or not it will be a perfect, writing from the beginning. So I just started writing anyhow. So write anyhow you can. And then when you are done, you can find time to go through, review it, add to it, remove from it. So I wrote in the mornings, take note, I wrote in the night, and I wrote in transit. Like I mentioned now, when I was traveling to the village and coming back, I wrote 2 chapters. Second one, I completed when I, finally got home. So that's what I did. And when I was done writing, I packed it together and sent to somebody to edit for me. That's Theophilus. He's a very wonderful editor, by the way. So Theophilus edited it, and yesterday I went through it. 2 days ago and yesterday I went through it again to check what he did. Fantastic job he did. And I felt okay, this was okay. I added some things, I removed some things. By the way, I also sent it to one of my fathers in the Lord, Pastor Olulade John. He also checked it for me. Thank you, Daddy. He checked it from me, added some comments, and I put everything together on Zoom. That was it. The book has been sent to the publisher, my publisher of my first book, who is a very good friend of the family. So I have support system all around, and you just need to start. So if you want to start writing your own book, don't wait for a perfect time. Start anyhow. Begin anyhow. Don't say the idea is not coming. There are days the ideas will not come. Granted, the days the ideas come, pick them up and develop them. The days ideas do not come, read. That is one thing that you need to. That's one habit you need to cultivate. Read while you are in a block, when you cannot write, when you feel that inspiration isn't flowing. Find time to read. And before you know it, you are going to be okay. So that's pretty much the summary of how I was able to write the book. So I will also share with you later on, why did I write the book? So I will share that with you. Why did I write the book? Did I just think of, let me just write the book because people are writing books? No, there is a reason behind, the writing, and I will be sharing it. I wish you the best, and I hope that you are looking forward to the book. The title of the all right, so network was a bit bad there. The title of the book, you probably already know, is Now This Is Courtship. Now This Is Courtship. Yeah, all you've known about courtship, I am bringing everything into a single package for you. And all you don't know, they are in this single package. You don't want to miss this book. It's coming out soon, sometime next month by God's grace. I'm doing all I can, and I believe God will also make it possible. So look forward to it. Get ready for it. It's going to be a very affordable book. So it's not going to take a lot from you. But I can tell you that whatsoever it will be taken from you will not be up to what it will be given to you. So if you are a single here, you are not married, or you are married, you have people around you, your mentees, your sisters, your nieces, your cousins, who you want them to know and get the best in their courtship and relationship, get this book for them. They will appreciate you. So thank you for watching this live broadcast. I believe you learned one thing or the other. Thank you. Have a good Saturday. Bye.